Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fort DuPont Ice Arena in the nation's capital here. It's a real pleasure to have you with us on Maryland Hockey Network. My name is Mark McClure, joined by Matt Fusillo, and we have a good one here tonight between the University of Maryland Terrapins and the Rider University Bronx. The Bronx are on fire here to start the season. They're 10-0 against the 2-3 Maryland Terrapins. We'll see what kind of game we get tonight, just because when you take a look at Rider, they dominated some teams early in the year. See if Maryland cannot become their next victim here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a very exciting one. The undefeated Bronx are in town, excuse me. And we are in our beautiful nation's capital for another night of Terps hockey, wearing their black threads. Going to be a good one.
Face-off won by Maryland here, or Rider, I'm sorry, zone. They're in the white tonight. Maryland's in the black. As McAvoy holds the puck in his own end, he'll wait for it. He played off the boards into the corner as the Terps try and collect themselves early in this game. That's going to be the key to their success in this one, is going to be their ability to not goals early in the game. Rider can't establish themselves early and immediately get to that point where they feel like they're going to win the game. Maryland knifing up ice here early. This is poked back into their own end. It is worth noting, Aiden Jones gets the start tonight. Henry Poitier getting the night off.
As expected, we see the freshman Aiden Jones hopping back in. Pelletier has been riding the streak, but it's nice to...
Rider to play tomorrow against Delaware. Rider quickly knifing in front. This one's poked around in front, and it will just be held there by Jones for the faceoff. Face off to the right of Jones. And that draw to be won by Maryland. Now right in front, a knifing chance, but that one never developed into anything. As the puck drifts back out to center ice and goes all the way down to the other end. This should be icing on the Terps, and it will be. So we're going to stop the play at 25 left in the opening period.
For those joining us at home, we got the new setup, and I'd like to thank my partner on air here, Mark McClure. He's done an amazing job with all the equipment that he brings in, and you see the scoreboard on your screen. That's all thanks to him. So for those of you that are watching, if you ever do come to a game, be sure to thank him. He's definitely the professional, so I'm glad to have him here by my side.
Wanner tried to bring it into the offensive zone there as it got poked away. I really appreciate that, man. It's been a real pleasure to cover Terps hockey so far this year. And looking forward to many more games. First game here at the Fort DuPont. I apologize, there may be some in and out and things of that nature tonight in the broadcast. The Fort DuPont Ice Arena no longer has internet. So run this off a hotspot. So if there is some kicking in and out, we apologize for that. But it's just the way of the road here as this building is being torn down at the end of this season. They're replacing it with a brand new building, and so they're getting ready to tear this one down. It was originally planned to be done last year, but COVID ended the plans for the complete reconstruction here at Fort DuPont.
And that new building will be done in the fall of 2023 as expected, so a little bit of time. We see a comment by, looks like a Rider fan, saying that it looks like we're playing in the Mighty Duck Stadium.
It is a little dark from where we are broadcasting from, so we do apologize for the lighting issues, but still get a decent idea of the game as Rider is going to quickly try and work their way up ice. A wrist shot coming in. That one deflected high and into the protective netting. Never really got to Jones. And we'll get another stoppage here. 17 and a half left in the opening period of play. We have no score.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Brennan before the game tonight. We really wanted to ask him about the middle six, because see the second line combined, they got 0 points, as Jones will cover that one up.
That's been the big story at this point. The middle six has not scored yet. It's been every single goal so far this season has been scored by the first or fourth line.
And the only point coming from the second and third line combined is an assist for Landon Wynn.
Wrist shot comes in from the point. Another save by Jones. He's been busy early, but he covers there again, and he's still holding fine.
But as we were saying, Coach Brennan was talking about the adjustment. You're saying some players figure it out quickly, others take a little bit longer. One of the guys he has his eye on is Blake Wanner. Right now he's playing second line left wing role.
This one will swing around to the point. That got under the stick of Michael Jensen back into his own zone. And Ryder will try and start something from the back. They haven't been successful yet, but Maryland's had nothing offensively in the early portion of this game. They tried to get a poke in front from Perkins, but Perkins couldn't get the pass off, and then we have a big hit behind the net in the right corner. Terps still scrambling for the puck. It's being poked around as they try to force it back out to the point. It will airborne, and that'll give an opportunity for the Terps to get a quick change in.
You see Thomas Pedersen clearing it out there. He's played a few roles this season, including floating defenseman, but now he's third-line center.
Ryder trying to keep the pressure on as this one's laid back. Shot comes in, that one wide from Rakrienski. It's a battle for the blue line. That one turned over. Wilson trying to make the plays. It drifts back out to the blue line for the Terps. A choppy one comes in and ends up behind the net. And we have a Terp pinned against the boards as it swings out towards the corner. Ryder tries to clear. They get it back out to center ice. Quickly kniving up is TJ Evan. Evan trying to find space in front, but a backhand chance went wide. Ryder still in control, though. Threatening. A shot comes in from the left circle, and it finds its way in. Ryder takes the lead. 15:53 left in the opening period of play, and the Bronx are on the board. We have that one for TJ Evan. It wasn't much on the shot, but the Bronx get the goal.
Not much at all on that shot. Very interesting goal there. Take the lead with just over 4 minutes elapsed in this period.
Puck gets dumped in behind, and the whistle goes.
I wanted to make a comment about that fourth line. It's been their second most productive line on offense this year. You see Steinberg with 3 points, Wilson 3 points, McMenamin 2 points. It goes to show the really banking on that middle six, those two lines to step it up and get in the goals and points department more often.
Ari Pope checked the puck away, and it goes back behind the Ryder goal. Bronx will try to clear as it gets into the corner, but Liam Eden making it difficult as he pins one of the Bronx down there against the boards. Eden will send it back to the point for and we apologize for that stoppage in the stream. Again, we said we are running on some turn-of-the-century technology today with the lack of internet here at Fort DuPont Ice Arena. We will have a full copy of the game posted after the game's conclusions. We are recording the game, so we'll hopefully have better quality there if you need to rewatch, miss any moments. And we apologize for the stream today. It will probably continue to kick in and out, unfortunately, due to the fact that we are running on a hot spot for the night. It is 1-0 currently. Ryder has the lead. We have 4-on-4 hockey after one penalty on each side. This one is loose in the middle areas. It goes back off the boards, and Ryder will try and set themselves up offensively. Pass goes forward for Jinks. Jinks backhands one into the offensive zone. It's intercepted by the Terps. McAvoy the other way. McAvoy going down the right wing boards, throws the brakes on. Wrist shot, and that one goes up into the roof, and we get a stoppage. Now 11:03 left in the first period of play. 1-0 Ryder.
Saw that penalty for the Terps. Looks like Steinberg in the box. If you're this Maryland team, you got to stay out of the box. But, I mean, we've been saying it every single game this season. So we won't try and react. This is just one penalty for the Terps so far this game, but they've ran into troubles with that every single game so far. So we'll see how they do with that tonight.
Puck drifts out to the blue line. Wrist shot in, goes wide. Poke checked into the corner. Liam Eden, we know what he could do. His forecheck was nice there, but he couldn't get it loose. And then a good poke check at the blue line. Healy absorbs a hit, but couldn't get back to the puck to get a shot that goes behind the net. And we have a whistle coming up here behind the net.
See how quick Tucker Healy was to that puck. Pretty small kid, only 5'8" freshman from Connecticut. But he got to that puck quick, tried that wraparound, but couldn't really find any chances there. I still like his effort on that play.
Scored his first 2 collegiate goals in his last game. Maryland wins the draw. Quick airy wrist shot from the high slot, goes high and wide. Maryland trying to come up with this draw yet again as Wilson had the puck just for a moment. This one is slapped around the boards by Padula, and that's going to be icing on the Bronx. Bronx don't love the call, though. They thought one of the Terps got a stick on that.
It's tough to see from our angle. Ryan Height tried to keep it in. So if there was a player that touched it, it would be him. Not sure if he actually did. A little bit tough to see as that puck was gliding along the boards. Didn't look like he got a piece of it, but the entire Bronx team thought he did, so.
I think that the officials agreed with that after some thought because it went back out to center ice for the faceoff. Puck goes down to the Maryland zone. They'll try and reset themselves with Ryan Height. 10:05 left in the opening period of play here at Fort DuPont Ice Arena in Washington, D.C. Pleasure to have you with us here on Maryland Hockey Network. I'm Mark McClure. Matt Fusillo is at the table with me. Puck drops deep in the defensive zone this time for Maryland. A horrible turnover, but it doesn't end up costing them, at least not yet, as Ryder tries to get possession behind the net. Puck goes out to the blue line. Wrist shot, and that one blockered away by Jones. Riders continue to have heavy pressure. Now they're right in front, going to try and poke one past Jones. He holds strong as it goes past the far post. Then a backhander goes across the crease. One of the Terps lost a glove as the puck comes loose. But there wasn't much
Steinberg without a glove
of an opportunity there for McMenamin, and he ends up turning it over as he went the other way. Puck drops in deep. Backhander goes back out to the corner as they try to loosen it up for Perkins. Perkins couldn't get down to the puck. Maryland just able to hold it in, but we're still off sides by a touch there. Andrew DePoy brings it in, backhands it to the right corner. Drake tried to pass into the slot. No one was there for the Terps. As the puck drifts back out to center ice. Maryland trying to keep the pressure on with multiple dump-ins, but they haven't had a really great chase game.
Yeah, the forecheck has looked a little bit weak this game, but they're going up against that powerhouse Rider, so see how the offense can generate tonight.
Here's Tomaszewski. Tomaszewski, a wrist shot. That one goes off the glove there of the goaltender lineman. Maryland still holding possession here as this has been their best offensive set so far.
Nice stick lift by Tucker Healy. Keep the offense alive.
This one drifts back to the point yet again. Here's Eden behind the net. Eden goes off to Healy. Back to Eden at the left circle. He let it get by him. Now it's loose in the corner. One gets back out to center. That gives Ryder a chance just to get a quick break and a change. As Healy gives off to McAvoy. McAvoy dumps it into the left corner. That one goes off a stick. And now Ryder is in control. But the clear attempt is intercepted. Doesn't end up, again, hurting the Bronx as this one drifts back out to center ice.
Thomas Pedersen getting hit twice on this shift and getting knocked down. He's right back up to his feet and continues the physicality himself with some shoving.
Tied up at the near board to try and kick it loose. Eventually will, just played off the board. Good pick up at center ice. 2-on-1 comes in. Pad save on the first effort. Then a backhander, two backhanders, but neither get past Jones as they went wide.
Defense came up clutch there. Saved a potential goal. Good job by the defense helping out the freshman goaltender.
Rider going to try and settle themselves in and get the puck forward. They do here to David Lee. Lee cuts in, trying to get past area shot, comes in. That one wide the whole way. Terps trying to clear their lines. Goes back out to center and drifting out there. Puck dumped by Ryder, back in behind Jones's net. He waits and holds there. 5:35 left opening period. 1-0 Bronx. Puck loose in the center. Ray McNamara didn't know where it was at. Got to break those. The puck got off to Jacob Steinberg. Steinberg tried to bring that one in, and he had to take it away. Goes back out to center ice. Airy has it. Airy goes cross ice, pass to no one in particular. That's going to leave Eden out to chase behind it. That's actually Wilson that was chasing that one down. Either way, Ryder took it away, and it sent it to the other end of the ice.
See a Ryder player really shaken up on the bench. It's number 7, Brent Convery. Had a collision, looks like with his own teammate, right along the bench. So he hopped over the boards and is now laboring pretty heavily.
DePoy got the puck off there as he tried to generate something offensively for the Terps. That one ended up getting out in front of the net, and that one was covered in a hold there by linemen. Puck being held here at the near boards. They swing it around to the right corner. And that one goes down for icing on Ryder. Puck down behind Ryder's net. They'll try and poke it forward. Cross-ice pass could set something up for Maryland, but they can't settle it down right in front. Well, they had it right on the doorstep for the captain, Eden, but he couldn't get a shot on. Now Tomaszewski with a wrist shot. Lyman doesn't have his stick in net. Maryland's still threatening as the puck goes back out to the point for Ryan Height. Height tried to play it off for Healy, but Healy couldn't handle it.
Lineman gets his stick back too.
Puck goes out to center. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Bronx. Wait, and a wrist shot came in. It was almost just a bouncer after the poke check came in. Now the Terps have some numbers going the other way on the counter. It's played off the boards for Eden. Eden poked off the puck there by Dalfara. Tomaszewski trying to recollect it for the Terps as it ends up behind lineman's net. A backhander in front. Wanner couldn't get a stick on it. Out to McAvoy, a wrist shot, and a save made by lineman. Drake trying to keep the attack alive. Penalty coming up on Ryder.
See Tyler McAvoy get that puck at the point. It's interesting he decided to hold that. I feel like a lot of defensemen would have shot it right away knowing they have that open lane. He decided to wait, shimmer over to his left, and then fire that on goal, but stays out of the net, and we'll get a Maryland power play for you.
I'm going to wait here for a moment before we get this power play going. .321 left in the opening period. Plays 1-0 Ryder, but a big opportunity for Maryland here on the power play. Draw's knocked around. Wrist shot comes in quickly from Eden. Just shows how quick he is. Right off the face-off, a wrist shot, but lineman was ready for it. dumped in by Maryland. Healy chasing after it. This first power play line's really an aggressive unit. They're trying to get one past lineman, but he's held up so far as you have a lot of goal scorers out there. Really, the only true defender is McAvoy, and McAvoy you can consider a two-way guy.
Seeing Tomaszewski out there too. Other than that, you got that top unit out there, that forward line of Eden, Healy, and Bieganowski.
And Bieganowski is the guy that they're really hoping could step up here. Is that a quick shot, a rebound, a couple of chances. It goes right across the net. Did that one go in? It did not. It managed to find its way through linemen. It just pretty much just trickled across the goal line, and they couldn't poke it home.
Fooling the crowd, too. That was a sure trick there.
Draw one by Maryland. McAvoy gets it off to Tomaszewski. They try to go back across the ice to Tomaszewski after he gave it up, but that pass intercepted and a clear here. 1:04 left on the penalty kill for Ryder. Maryland will regroup behind their own net. 2:20 left in the first period. 1-0 Bronx. So it's poked loose. Maryland still holding possession, though. Tomaszewski ended up losing it off of his stick as he tried to make a stick move. Plays it back off the boards for McAvoy. McAvoy goes to Eden. That got under Eden's stick, and now Eden fires it behind the enemy net. But Maryland can't generate much there as this one's cleared back to center ice by TJ Evan and actually all the way down to the other end. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Terps. McAvoy trying to get something started. He'll fire one and whip it around the boards. Chase Wilson and the second unit are on now for the Terps. On this power play, Wilson plays it across the boards, but this should be an easy clear for Ryder as Maryland was a little disorganized there. Now only 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Put him at 1:25 left in this opening period of play. Working forward, McMenamin. McMenamin in a dangerous spot, but his wrist shot was wildly high. He tried to get it back out to the point. That one got under. It looked like Airy. Airy trying to clear as it's now back to even strength hockey. Lined up at center ice. McMenamin gets planted. Still a chance for Maryland the other way, though, until Wilson has it poke-checked away at the last moment.
Big hit there, but this fourth line likes to play that typical gritty hockey that you see with fourth lines play. McMenamin gets right back up.
That's what you expect out of these guys. It's a gritty group for Maryland. It's a good mix of the young and the old. They played pretty well so far. They've had the 2 wins at Stevenson. Haven't beat anybody besides Stevenson yet, but they've played some competitive hockey. And again, announcers jinx and all that, they have only had 1 penalty this period.
They're really not afraid to get after it either. You see it in the penalties, but when they stay out of the box, they're really physical. You see a big hit there from Ryan Height. The entire team, every player, not afraid to get in the dirty areas, get physical.
But here's some trouble for Ryder. Wrist shot comes in. Save was made originally. It was right in front. And that's a great save down there by Jones.
That's an incredible save.
I mean, the second effort, my goodness gracious.
That is a really, really good save. Diving back, getting his glove on that to cover. Really, really nice save.
Put him at 4.6 left in the first period here. As we're just about to close the curtain on the first of 3 periods here at the Fort DuPont Ice Arena. Last season, the Terps will be playing here. They're demolishing the building to build a new arena here. Planned to open in 2023. It was originally a plan for the 2020 year, but that was unfortunately canceled due to COVID. Got a stoppage here as they're trying to get the clock where they need it. Face off won by Ryder. Fake slapper, then a real wrister, and that one went wide. 3 seconds left. Maryland really doesn't have much, so Eden smartly just holds it there, and that'll take us to the end of the first period of play. It is Ryder Bronx 1, Terps nothing here at Fort DuPont Ice Arena. And we saw a lot there, actually, in the first period. Maryland had some success getting up and down the ice. They had a couple of nice shots, but I don't think anything you would call a can't-miss scoring opportunity. And really the goal they gave up, I mean, that's an unfortunate situation for him. You think Jones would have liked to have done better on that little knuckle puck that came and just bounced past the left pad. But I think all in all, when you're playing a team like Ryder, 1-0 at the end of the first period, can you really be mad about that? No.
I don't think so. I think aside from getting more offense generated, one thing that you got to do in the back check is try and keep the puck on the outside. You see Ryder getting that puck toward the center in the slot quite a few times that first period, and they had a lot more chances in Maryland. You got to keep that puck to the outside, try and take away those scoring chances.
So we'll take a break here on the Maryland Hockey Network. We appreciate you sticking with us through some of the network difficulties. Be back for the start of period number 2 here at Fort DuPont Ice Arena. Welcome back here to DuPont Ice Arena in Washington, D.C. Maryland's split home of for this season, the split time here and at the Laurel Ice Guard. Appreciate everybody operating and helping us out here with the internet that we've had here at Fort DuPont. The arena does not have we're running on a hot spot today, so there may be some cutting in and out. If the stream goes down for a little while, stick with us. We'll have it up, as quickly as possible. In addition to that, we'll have most of the game recording available for it after the game. We've been recording the game since our first drop, so most of it will be available for replay after the game tonight. We'll try and get that up as soon as possible. For now, we're going, and we're hoping they can keep it that way for as long as possible. As we get ready here for the second period, it is Rider 1, Maryland 0. Maryland had a couple opportunities late in that period on power play. Generating forward to come out with some more fire. In period number 2, we'll see if Joe Carter got into this group. He's known for some good intermission speeches.
Absolutely. The times where they needed it after coming out of period flat, they come out for the following period on fire. We've seen that a few times this season.
Right now, Eden has the puck for Maryland. He ended up losing it at the near boards. A good check against the boards for Ryder, and now they'll have an opportunity to bring it into the offensive zone themselves. They'll dump it in. They get it past McNamara. It goes for McAvoy behind the net, this Mac line that Joe Carter has put his trust in as his first choice pairing.
Maryland trying to get a quick change there. The Bronx looking to take advantage of it, but blocks there.
Here's the Poya wrist shot. That one goes wide. Also, we had for the Bronx.
Yeah, with those goaltenders playing the first period, number 30, Eric Lyman.
He'll see if he has something new. This is a team with a lot of goaltenders, so I think that this could be a situation where we're just trying to get everybody some time.
Yeah, and with Lyman, we were unsure what happened, but we saw Pelletier run over intermission with an ice pack, and he handed it to him. I didn't see anything happen in that period, but it looks like he's clearly shaken up.
This just poke check to center ice. And Ryder will take it into a threatening area. Nick Ruggiero had it. He swung it around the boards, and now Maryland was the first to it as the long pass goes forward to Drake. Drake tries to bring it in. He immediately lost it as he tried to hit the spin there. The entry pass intercepted by Maryland as it goes up to the near boards. Terps try to poke it along. Drake had a little bit too much zip on that pass for Peterson. That one goes off of his stick and behind the Ryder net. That's going to end up costing the Terps possession. This one's hit off the boards by Padula. Padula chasing after it. Tomaszewski was the first one there. He pokes it towards the corner, and Maryland will get a chance to clear.
Nice to see a Let's Go Maryland chant ringing out here. Always like to see that.
17 and a half minutes left in period number 2. It is 1-0 Ryder. This one drifts out right in front of the Ryder net, but no forecheckers there for Maryland. Ends up, looks like hitting a water bottle that came out of the Terps bench.
Interesting with that so far. We've got a puck off the ceiling. We've got a glove coming off with the referee just throwing it right almost into Coach Childs, I think. We got a water bottle on the ice. Pretty interesting.
And they scored. Cole Schneide put it in the back of the net, and it is 2-0 Ryder. Again, that's the situation where it didn't look like there was much there, and it develops into a goal.
Very sneaky goal. Just able to tuck it in, barely.
If you blinked, you would have missed it, and I just did. It just looked like they were crashing the net there, and hey, anytime you crash the net, good things can happen for you.
And there's been a lot of close plays for both teams along the goal line tonight. But Ryder's able to get 2 goals from that.
Face-off goes to Ryder. They have the long-generated possession as a body goes flying down. It was Anthony Zito. He just went absolutely flying into Tucker Healy, but Healy stood his ground. Now Eden lays one back in front, and a shot comes in. That one saved. Beganowski was in a great position there, but he could not find the back of the net.
Eden is so good at being able to just turn on that motor and just absolutely fly into the offensive zone. You saw him with the puck, unsure of what to do, looking for options, going a little bit slow. Then he decided to take it behind the net and absolutely fly behind those posts.
Face off again, won by the Bronx as this one's pinned against the near boards. A whole gaggle of bodies, Eden amongst them. He goes back out to Ray McNamara, whose wrist shot ends up going off the pad of Giverov. Wrist shot well wide, back out to the point again for Ray McNamara, who tried to keep the attack alive, but his dump in went straight to Ryder. Now the Bronx have an opportunity to clear. They will go all the way down to the other end of the ice for Powell. Powell tried to lay it back. He does successfully. Wrist shot comes in. That one may have caught the pad of Jones.
I'm surprised he didn't try and play that puck. You saw a Ryder player approaching. He could have tried to get that out of harm's way, but he tried to just let that go instead.
So being knocked around by the Ryder blue line. They end up with possession. They can bring it in a 2-on-2 that's developing. This one's laid back for Coyne. He doesn't know where to go with it. Roth just checked off the puck. It goes back out, swings to the blue line. Shot right in front. Another chance comes in on the rebound. Jones stood up to that one. Maryland needs to get this one cleared. That shot there came in from Zito.
Initial shot blocked by McNamara. I don't think he even saw it coming.
Goes back out to center. Eden tried to pick the pocket there of Wawrzenski as this one again goes back out to the far boards. Maryland can't get a full-on clear in. Pressure still being put on by Riders. They bring it back out behind the net. Some danger there right in front.
That puck actually went off the skate of the referee. It was going to go right behind along the boards as it was traveling that route. It went off the referee's skate, off the post, right in front of Jones. Lucky it didn't get tapped in.
Again, this one dumped in. Ray McNamara chases it. Tried to get that one off to Blake Wanner, the big man. Maryland's still looking for a clear. There's been heavy pressure by Ryder. Now we're down to 14:40 left in the second period. It's 2-0 Bronx. Slapper comes in. Save made. It wasn't really convincing there by Jones on the play in there by Wallako. You can see even some frustration from the fans here. They want to get this clear in, and Terps just can't seem to get it out. Another wrist shot comes in well wide. It was actually nearly controlled there in front by Evan, but Evan couldn't get a shot on.
They're right. You got to get the puck out. I mean,
this is a long shift.
Ryder's just buzzing. Just get it out of the zone, as you see they just did there.
I mean, it was just for a moment. They immediately dumped back in, but thankfully Ryder's pretty tired too, and they have to go for a change. That's going to give Maryland a chance to at least get the puck up ice. Pass directed towards Eden. He was just surrounded, though, by 4 Bronx. And Eden, you can even see him gesturing. He needs to get off the ice as it goes to the other end, icing the call on the Bronx.
Very good break there by the Terps. They're able to get a full change here.
And they're going to get the whole, it's going to be a yard sale with change in there.
Only got Liam Eden off on the bench, as you said. So that icing really came at the right time for them.
They continue to put this high-pressure forecheck on that's just killing Maryland. Drake ended up getting a hold of that one. He was able to dump it in, but he's going to be beaten to that puck by Convery. An opportunity for a possible clear for Ryder. They're still holding it in their own zone, though, as this one swings around the boards. Anthony Olivio with a pass forward, and it was an awfully good one. Now a chance in the slot, but Ryder can't get out of their own way. 2 Bronx were right in front, uncontested, but they're playing good defense on each other. Puck ends up at the other end of the ice. That one flipped off the stick there of Drake and goes up into the netting for a stoppage in play. 13:08 left in the second period. 2-0 Ryder.
I really like the way Trevor Drake has been playing the game. I've been watching him, especially watching all the players, but especially Trevor Drake, because he's getting his second game with the team. He's only 5'3", but somehow he manages to be so good pickpocketing the puck along the boards. Spends a lot of his shifts along the boards fighting for that loose puck and he wins a lot of those battles. I really, really like the way he plays.
We got an immediate whistle off the face-off. Puck goes back again. We're in the neutral zone. This one won by Ryder. Now they can threaten. Nice move there to beat Airy, but Tomaszewski was right there to back him up. Ryder with a shot right in front. Again, just Maryland not getting a marking right in front of the net, and that nearly cost them.
It's one of those examples. You got to get the puck to the outside. You can't let them get to the center of the ice. They've been doing it too much tonight.
Maryland's still just trying to get any type of offense going. Their defense actually hasn't been too bad against the Ryder teams. Put up double digits in a couple of games. So there's definitely at least some silver lining there for the Terps. And they're only down 2-0. There's definitely a lot more hockey play in this one. Tomaszewski's pass forward goes off the boards. It was to no one in particular as it ends up off the other end. Tomaszewski gets it back. A wrist shot comes in. Maryland was offside, so they had to tag up. Goes into the right corner, and now here's a 2-on-0 for the Bronx. Right in front, a good backhand chance, and they scored. Dominic Cercio with a really nice backhander as Maryland gets caught there. Napping.
That's definitely one of the better goals you'll see. Good move there. Buries that one. Doesn't even need to pass it. 2-0.
And again, you can just see this counter for Ryder is going to be a problem for most of the night. And that's a great play by Cercio, just going at it himself. He knew that he had a man with him, but still just decided to take matters into his own hands. He ends up scoring to make this a 3-goal game with 12:04 now left in the second period.
Sure to see some players slipping on the ice. We haven't seen a Zamboni ever since before warm-ups. I don't know if that's related, but it's getting pretty interesting. The ice.
Backhander goes out in front, ends up flipping over the top of Jones and into the back of the net for another Ryder goal. 2 in quick succession. And again, this has been an unfortunate night for Maryland from that standpoint. That's another goal. That's probably 3 out of 4 that's been really just confusing right in front of the net as we got a whistle here. The goal that time, at least the one taking credit for it, is Tyler Jaworowski. He's the one that was first in line there, so he'll get the goal credit. It is now 4-0.
Getting a Maryland timeout here.
And you can see Joe Carter just upset down there on the bench, and there's just been far too much space for Ryder to operate, especially right in the crease area, right in the slot. Maryland, it seemed to have been a step slow there. They're doing a little too much watching, I think, for Joe Carter's liking.
I think they're simply just giving too many entries. I mean, they're giving them open lanes to enter the zone and just create plays. And once they do enter the zone, they're buzzing. They keep the puck in there. We've seen it a few shifts tonight. It seems like it's well over a minute they keep the puck in the offensive zone. You just can't have that. I don't think they're playing bad hockey at all. But, I mean, the last few minutes have been rough. Overall, this game definitely has not been terrible, but got to try and capitalize on these things here. And I'm sure Coach Carter is voicing his frustrations. You see him pretty vocal on the bench. See a big energy booster there. Pelletier slamming on that bench door. Those are the things that you need. Teammates got to pick each other up. Deficit pretty big now, 4 goals. Got to get the energy in your favor, get that momentum swinging again.
And this team, they're not going to give up. They're going to go ahead, get in there, and try and battle their way back into this game. That's Terps hockey, and it hasn't gone their way terribly often this year, but they're trying to. You can see how much this group believes in each other.
It's a close-knit group too. They're always having good bonds, and that's what you also need in a hockey team. They're able to pick each other up really well. As we said at the start of the period, sometimes they'll have a rough 20 minutes, and they'll come out the next period flying. So we'll see if they could do that tonight. But this group is really close together. They're good friends with one another, and they bond really well, and that's important.
Puck goes out to the blue line. Wrist shot comes in, was deflected, but Jones able to keep his eye on it. it went wide. Ryder actually managed to keep that in. It was just drifting right along the blue line. McAvoy couldn't handle it down. Now Beganowski comes up with it. He threw a little leg kick there. Not sure if he lost his balance or if that was something else, but either way, it goes back out to the other side. A wrist shot comes in, and that one high and wide of Jones's net. Still held in, though, by Ryder as it goes around the boards. Out to the blue line. It's being poked around. Pinned against the boards here is Gurowski. Scored that last goal for this Ryder group, who's trying to improve to 11-0 in the season. They've just terrorized everybody they've played this year. Bronx recover behind their own net. Now they can start their attack. Cole Schneide ends up dropping this one off. Wrist shot comes in. That one saved by Jones on the effort in there by Joey Cole. Now it's poked out in front. Big chance, and it drifts just a touch wide. Another real big chance for Ryder to find the back of the net.
Really good chance, wide in front. Couldn't bury it.
It's from the land of no return right there. 9:50 left in the second period. It is 4-0 Bronx. We got icing the call here on Ryder, so we'll walk the ice, it appears.
Just barely getting that icing, trying to juice it out, get that puck past that red line. And it looks like we're going to see this third line out there, as well as McNamara and Height.
Hey, we've talked about this group that's featuring two defenders, Thomas Peterson and Jetson Koo, both normally defenders by trade, but they've had to step up now with the Andrew Muirhead injury, and Maryland's lost a couple of players. Some trouble. Here's a wrist shot, comes in from the point. That one was saved on the Rodero effort. Now played off the boards there by Joey Cole. Cole gets the puck back. He waits, trying to survey the seam. He's picked up against the boards by Height. He's able to backhand it and keep the play alive for Olivio. End up losing a handle on it, though. And we're going to get an ice this time on Maryland as they try to get up a little too quickly there.
We'll see if
9:03 left. Sorry about that, Matt. 4-0 Ryder currently.
We'll see if Coach Carter's trying to change up these defensive pairings. I know it was the icing, but earlier they put out McNamara and Height together. And then the shift before it was, looks like it was Holman and McAvoy.
Wrist shot in front, and that was robbery, unfortunately, by Ryder. On Ryder, I'm sorry, just because the official lost the sight of the puck there as Jones made the save right in front, but it came out for a juicy rebound, and it would have been a goal had the whistle not blown.
See Ari and Tomaszewski out there. They played as partners the whole night.
He's out to the blue line for a wrist shot, deflected, and now into the corner. Tomaszewski trying to put some pressure on. Ari comes up with it for the Terps. He tries to get the full-on clear. He has it taken away as, again, the forecheck has been devastating for Ryder. Goes back out to Convery. Convery off the boards behind for Rauch. Rauch waits, tried to drop it in behind that time for Lee. Rauch ended up getting it back. Now Ari trying to recover for the Terps. Tomaszewski trying to clear up to McMenamin. Pass forward was deflected off the stick of Wilson, but Wilson couldn't start an attack. It ends up right back in the Maryland zone, and they're chasing after it again. Ari lost control, ends up right in front for a wrist shot, and that one was a gift there for Rauch. He missed it.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it was the best chance they've had all game. Puck right in front of the net, nobody there. He just fired that one high and wide.
You can even see the physical language after that missed shot. He was right in front.
Yeah, but you can't miss the net. It's as simple as that. You get a chance like that, you have to score. Lucky break for Maryland again.
7:58 left in the second period. The faceoff ends up right at the front of the net, and Jones sticks it to the corner. Here's Eden as they try to clear. Maryland spent an awful lot of this period in their own zone. Here's another shot that comes in. That one directed off the skates of TJ Evan as he tried to put it in the back of the net, but that time again Jones is able to hold his ground. Back out to the point for Ryder. Wrist shot comes in, save made after a little bit of help needed there from Jones. He didn't get it clean the first time, but was still able to track it down, put the glove over the top of it, and get the stoppage with 7:33 left in the second period. Maryland wins this faceoff. They try to immediately clear, but this one held in there by Coyne. I got to the point for a wrist shot, but that one was blocked immediately as this swings around the boards. Maryland trying to recollect it at their own blue line and ends up going back to the defensive group. Ransky with the pass forward. He starts the attack. Wrist shot in. Save made Jones. He holds for the face-off as we have a Terp down right in front of the net. That is Height.
Quick to get up. We'll see a full change here. Second line comes out.
Maryland's trying to hang tough, but Riders picked up 3 goals in this period. Things aren't going the Terps' way as this one goes back out to the point. Maryland trying to get a clear, good backhanded pass by Wanner. DePoy looked like he had a chance going forward there, 2-on-1 developing, but he went down. Looks like we're going to get a tripping call.
Yeah, good call. I think it was an obvious one. Some of the Rider fans don't like that, but I think it was an obvious one for me.
Couldn't quite see the feeling from here. That may have been interference to call. Couldn't get a clear number from here based on the look, and they don't have it on the scoreboard. So yeah, it looked like it was Nicholas Padula that was going to get hit with an interference call.
It is Padula.
So Maryland with a power play chance, their first since the first period. And they'll try and settle in quickly with McAvoy. Wrist shot comes in. It was deflected by Eden right at the doorstep, but that one saved down there. Gilroff, who has not been busy this period, makes the save.
If I'm this Maryland power play unit, I'm thinking you have got to bury one here. You have to capitalize on this opportunity if you want to crawl back into this game.
Back out to the blue line. McAvoy gives it off to the captain, Eden, left dot. Back out high slot for McAvoy. Back out to Eden as good shape here, holding so far for Ryder. Tomaszewski goes back to McAvoy. That one got under his stick, though. McAvoy didn't turn it into a trouble, though, with giving up a short-handed chance. He was able to keep his self-control there and keep the puck from getting past him. Tomaszewski tries to go back to McAvoy again, and he lets it get under his stick. He sent it back into the offensive zone. Maryland had to do a quick tag. They only have 60 seconds left on the power play chance. They get it over to Eden. Eden across ice, pass to Healy. Healy wrist shot. He scored! Tucker Healy has his 3rd goal of the season in 3 in 2 games. For the young freshman, this guy from Connecticut can flat out play, and he showcases it again right there.
He's playing with some more confidence, is he? Looks like tonight, after scoring those 2 goals last game, you could really notice a difference in his play style tonight. Playing a lot more aggressively, buries another one home.
Make it 4-1. Maryland gets on the board against the Bronx, and again, there's got to be some happiness there for Tucker Healy as he's come out in a big way for Maryland. He's their leading point scorer by miles, and adds another tally there. Put him at 3 goals for the season.
See the Maryland team using the Colorado Avalanche goal horn and goal song. Pretty interesting touch there, but I like it.
Puck down at the far end of the ice. Ryder with a chance right in front, couldn't bury it.
That's another chance you got to bury. And these pucks have been flying off the sticks, and you receive those passes. I'm not sure if it's related to the lack of Zamboni cuts. Maybe not, but there comes a point where you wonder. You see all the snow along the benches. It's a lot of snow. We haven't seen this ice cut in a while, excuse me.
And this one goes out and into the netting, so we'll get a stoppage in play.
Wonder if we'll see the Zamboni come out this intermission. Looks like it's really starting to pile up.
Yeah, and it's starting to become an issue just with, this is a game that's played at a really high speed, especially this game with the way Ryder likes to get up and down the ice. So
see
I think they're looking. I think everyone's hoping there's going to be an ice cut between the second and third periods here as Ryder again with a chance in front. That one deflected right to the far post. I'm not sure if Jones knew that he didn't get enough of that puck as he tried to send it to the corner.
You know, the goalies like to pile the snow along the pipes too. Get a lot of snow to do that. You see the pipes are covered in snow at the bottom as well.
Yeah, we have a check behind the net. Maryland tried to generate something. Clearing chance for Ryder. They can start their attack forward, but they were offside as Suture tried to bring it in to the offensive zone. Someone got a little bit too excited, so the puck will have to come out to neutral ice for the face-off. 4-1 the score, 4:07 left in the second period. Bronx have the lead. They have led since the first period goal. Face-off goes to the Terps. Tomaszewski with a pass forward, laid it forward for Steinberger, got flattened in the neutral zone. Another big hit down here at the near boards. Backhanded pass was a miserable one, and now a 2-on-1 for Ryder. The cross-ice pass,
nice
that's
play.
big-time defending right there.
Nice play.
Couldn't see who that was. That was Tomaszewski. Heck of a play. He prevented it, pretty much a surefire goal. On the other end, Wilson a shot. McMenamin tried to get a piece of it. He couldn't do it, and the shot ended up going right into the midsection of Gilrov, and he makes the save.
Really nice play by Tomaszewski. Breaks up that 2-on-1, dives, helps his goaltender. I think Aiden Jones could definitely use a lot more help this game. Tomaszewski gives him just that. Great play.
Faceoff goes to Maryland, out to Airy at the blue line. Just back behind Beganowski. McAvoy holds this one in, gets it off to Healy. Healy in some trouble with the far boards. He's trying to come up with it. He's eventually able to get it out to McAvoy, who sets up a one-timer that was deflected by Eden. And that one ended up being deflected wide. Still, Eden managed to get a piece of that one-timer.
I like that strategy by the Terrapins. Just get pucks on net, trying to get a redirection. McAvoy shoots it low. Any way you can to get goals to the back of the net, I would take it if you're this team. Do whatever you can. Get back into it.
Healy tried to get the puck off for Beganowski. It ended up getting through him and then all the way back to the neutral zone. Airy going forward, gives it off for Eden. Wrist shot Beganowski. It was a soft one and an easy save by Gilroff. Still alive, though, as the pass goes back into a dangerous spot, but it's intercepted, and here's a 3-on-2 for Ryder. Good check down there in the corner, though, by Healy. Now Healy's pass forward to Beganowski. That one's intercepted. That time by Coyne again. Coyne lost it, though, and now here's Eden. Eden left dot. Tried to pull it back. There's no one in black there, and now here's a breakaway chance. Lee denied that time by Jones. And now Maryland's going to do the same thing. Here's Drake on a breakaway right in front, and that one is a backhander right off the pads of Gilrov.
Good chance there by Drake, looking for his first goal.
Now still trouble, though. Here's Blake Wanner, a shot. And a save made again as he's denied in front. Two big-time chances by Maryland in dangerous areas, but they can't put either away as Drake is stoned on the breakaway, and then Wanner can't find the net from the slot.
Good chances there. I was really hoping Drake could bury one, get his first collegiate goal in there. It's a good save by the goaltender on that breakaway.
Faceoff goes here to the right of Gilrov. Ryder trying to collect themselves at center ice. They'll end up just dumping the puck in deep. Maryland, the first one there, Tomaszewski. Around the boards for Wanner. Wanner's clear attempt doesn't get past Lee. Lee keeps the puck alive. Here's a scoring opportunity possibly for Ryder. It's down to 1:20 left in the second period. 4-1 Bronx. They look for their 11th straight win. Wanner tried to play that one off the half boards and a little too high and went into the Ryder bench for a stoppage in play.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't like to make predictions on the air, but I think Liam Eden's going to score a goal in the third period. He's playing really, really good hockey this game, but he's getting denied on all of his chances. I think he's really going to get another good chance and absolutely bury one here in the third.
Back out at center ice. Healy with a good interception, 2-on-1 possible. He lays it back. Great pass, and Beganowski scored. Oh, what a pass by Tucker Healy. My goodness, that was some artwork. And Beganowski puts away his first goal of the season, and it's 4-2. Maryland clawing their way back. What a pass by Tucker Healy.
Good celebration there by Beganowski. First collegiate goal, too. He's a sophomore, but they didn't have that season last year with COVID. Congratulations to him. That first line will stay out. Eden collects the puck. He'll give it to the bench, and he tosses it to the coaching staff. Beautiful goal there. As you said, amazing pass by Healy. 4-2 game here.
Face-off won by Riders. They try to kind of catch their footing here. They scored two unanswered, in about under a minute between those two goals to make it a 4-0 game. Thought that this game was over, but Maryland has battled this one back to be competitive 4-2. Ever since that timeout by Joe Carter, Maryland's really been into the game.
Really physical play by Eden. Really, really getting into it.
We'll have a stoppage here. 27.6 seconds, left in the second period. Maryland trailing 4-2, but they have scored the last two.
We'll send out the fourth line. Finish up this period.
Face-off won by the Terps. Airy wrist shot. That was deflected by Wilson in front, but didn't have enough juice on it for the redirect to mean anything. Now a 3-on-2 the other way as Ryder looks to try to get some momentum back in this game, but a good check across the boards by McAvoy. One of the Bronx lost their footing down there as we get down to 9 seconds left in the period. Does Ryder have one last thing? A wrist shot comes in, and an easy save in the end for Jones as he was just able to cover. We have some extracurriculars now in front of the net as McAvoy's getting into it with TJ Evan.
McAvoy's been a really physical player this year, too, for this team. Everyone's been physical, but McNamara, really gets after it.
Backhander off the faceoff and a great save by Jones to react quickly as the horn will go there to indicate the end of period number 2. Riders scored the first 3 of the period, but Maryland came back to score 2 of their own to keep this game close as Tucker Healy's been the spark plug for the Terps. Had a goal and an assist in that period. And Maryland still with a shot here to battle back against the undefeated Bronx. We'll take a break here on the Maryland Hockey Network and be back for the start of period number 3 after the intermission. Stick with us, and we thank you again for being patient with us on tonight's stream. back here at DuPont Ice Arena for the final play of Maryland Terrapins and the Rider University Broncs. We have a 4-2 game here. Rider holds the lead. Maryland got some momentum back, though, at the very end, tail end of that second period, picking up a pair of goals. Talked to Joe Carter between periods. He just said it's all about the team right now. He just wants more team energy overall. Puck dribbles right in front, and Jones will stick it over to the corner.
Yeah, Coach Carter very vocal during that timeout, and it paid off, as it usually does. Seems like he normally inserts the right words during those timeouts and intermissions. But he said, we're not getting enough team chances, but too many individual chances. Got to have both. You got to be there to pick each other up. That's something that the team hasn't been doing, but ever since that timeout, part of those 2 goals, and they're right into this game. So you got to keep scoring and maintain that good energy.
A tight angle, Jones able to make that save, and he'll hold for the faceoff. 19:05 left in the final period to play 4-2. Rider has the lead over. Rider trying to improve to 11-0. They have been working hot all season long. Maryland trying to get back to 5-2 in the season. After winning 2 against Stevenson, they lost their last game 6-2 against Rowan. They try to work forward here with the big Wanner. Thought DePoy was out there on the wing. DePoy was not there, and it ended up just going off the boards. That's a turnover. And here come the Broncs. Tomaszewski does a good job holding Cole up down there. Cole ends up hitting the ice as this one's poked free for Drake. Drake with a cross ice pass. It didn't get through all the way cleanly. Wanner had to track back to get the puck. He ended up losing it. And now Rider with an opportunity to do some offense. They were caught a little sluggish after they took that 4-0 lead and ended up costing them 2 goals. They still have a comfortable lead at this point, but they cannot be complacent any longer.
You see that play right there by Trevor Drake. That's exactly what I was talking about last period. He's so good at finding that puck along the boards. Kind of reminds me of an Austin Matthews, how he's so good at that. Drake is so good at locating that puck, doing a stick lift, grinding at it, whatever he has to do. We've seen it so many times throughout these 2 games that he's played with this team. Really, really good at that.
Face-off here will go to the right of Gilorowski, the goaltender. He came in relief of Eric Lineman after Lineman went out with a apparent injury. Battle for the puck in the corner. Steinberg was knocked off the puck as it ends up behind the Rider net. A clear attempt doesn't go the Broncs way. A pass into the slot is intercepted, though. And now here comes Rider in a 2-on-2. Lee bringing it forward. He's just trying to size up Piper Holman. Rider still holding possession of the puck behind the Maryland net. Giving off to Roch. Out to the pointer. His shot comes in. Deflection brought it wide there from Convery.
I don't think Jones saw that one.
Try and shovel this one back out to the blue line. Went all the way out to center ice where it was intercepted by McMenamin. But McMenamin had no help as it went into Rider's zone. There's a pile-up for it at the near boards as McMenamin will get an opportunity to get a change, get Liam Eaton on the ice. This one scooped loose. Another chance for Healy right in front. And another nice save there by Gilorowski that goes up and into the protective netting.
Maryland trying to apply the pressure. They applied it there along the boards for a long time. Seems to do that a lot, but get that whistle with the puck in the netting.
Puck goes into the corner. They try to get it in front again for Healy. A shot came in. I don't know if Gilorowski knew where the puck was at, but in the end it didn't hurt the Broncs. As Rider's able to float one out back to center ice. The music comes on during open play, but it doesn't affect anyone as the game continues. Bad pass there, intercepted by Bieganowski. Bieganowski with the makings of a 2-on-2 here for Maryland. He holds, tried to get a shot off. Now no one knows where the puck is. Bieganowski tried to react first as it went into the corner. Turnover here. Eden, a backhander, goes across to Healy. He went right in front. Bieganowski had nothing but the cage to look at, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And now Ryder clears the length of the ice. That'll be icing on the Bronx. And we will head to the other end of the ice for a face-off.
How about that play? Right at the doorstep. Sliding past the goaltender. Couldn't bury it home. Good chance there. You could already see Maryland's playing much better to start this period, so Coach Carter's words serving as a little bit of a healing for this team, and they really needed it.
Puck out near the blue line. Ends up being taken here by Joey Cole. Cole lays it back. Riders still has it in their own zone. Pass forward, that caught a piece of Piper Holman, so that will wave off the icing. Terps trying to clear with Jetson Koo. That was a bad turnover. Now a chance in front for Ryder. It was a great hold in front. The shot came in, but Jones with a great save there on Michael Dalfara. Correction there, that was actually Christopher Wallacco that had that shot off that got denied. Face-off goes the way of Riders. They play it back off to the blue line. A shot from the right point went off a skate and went way wide. Blake Wanner takes it the other way. He's lined up with a nice hip check. Goes behind Riders' net. Andrew DePoy trying to take it there. DePoy to Wanner in the high slot. Wrist shot, save made off the pad of Giwarowski. Clear attempt there, went off the stick of Wanner and stayed in the offensive zone for the Terps. They could chase after in the right corner.
Puck hit off the ceiling, but no whistle there. Barely tipped, very unnoticeable.
On the other side of things, McAvoy from his knees makes a pass forward. Now here's Steinberg into some space. He is planted at the right circle. Just laid down there by Nick Ruggiero.
Oh, good play by Chase Wilson. Blazing speed, gets that hip check, and now he has the puck himself.
Here's Wilson trying to get it off to McMenamin. There's just far too much traffic in the slot. Here's Airy. Airy across ice pass, tried to get Wilson, but Wilson came sliding in there. Couldn't get a handle on the puck. It goes back out to the blue line for Airy. And the entrance there was offsides, it looks like him. There's Airy having a conversation with one of the officials, if that's what it was.
How about this play style? They're playing so much better this period. It's really, really noticeable. Much better hockey by this Terrapin team.
Yeah, ever since it was 4-0, Maryland's been a completely different hockey team out there on the ice, but unfortunately it may just be too deep of a hole to climb out of. We have 13:50 left in the game. It's 4-2, so Maryland just needs to put 2 in, but they've been playing a really, really aggressive style of hockey. The forecheck has been 10 times better than what it was in the first period. Here's Healy, who's been the spark plug for everything Maryland's done offensively. He has a goal and an assist. He got it knocked off of his stick, goes back out to the blue line. Tomaszewski fires it back in. Maryland's offside, so they have to wait here for Healy to get back. He does. Ryder had time to bring it forward, but Bieganowski with a good check. Healy right in front. He's got a chance. Oh, that was a great poke check at the last moment. That was a heck of a play there by Rauch. Now Eden tried to get his stick on a loose puck in the center. Eden holding here as it goes back out to center, and he'll have to circle back around. Pass goes to Height. He was just barely on sides, but he was never going to chase that puck down as Ryder tries to scoop one back to center ice. They've been on their heels a little bit to start this third period. Wanner goes around the boards looking for Drake. Drake couldn't get through Coyne down there, and then it gets all the way into the Ryder zone.
Another pickpocket by Drake.
3-on-2 possibly here. but not this time. It's Airy with a yard sale of a hit down there in the slot. What a hit by Height, as Maryland's been playing a good physical game, but guess what? That good physical game hasn't landed him in the box tonight.
We've seen a lot of nice, solid hits this period so far, and they've all been clean. Like to see it.
12:15 left, final period of play, 4-2. Ryder with the lead. No goals yet in the third period. Wrist shot in, and that one got caught maybe in the leg pad there of Jones. He ends up scooping it out, gets a stop to 12:03 left on the clock.
Yeah, just freezing still so that puck doesn't move around in his equipment at all. He'll cover that one up.
Faceoff goes to Riders. The wrist shot dribbles in. There wasn't much on it. And then a backhanded chance drifts wide of the net and goes into the corner. Airy tried to clear it. He ended up getting hit low. Maryland loses the puck as they try to get it into attacking area. One-timer comes. That one was a bad miss hit by T.J. Evan. Puck into the center. Deflection in front, and they score. T.J. Evan makes up for it there. He missed the bad slap shot, but then he gets the deflection and a rebound to bring it home and make it 5-2 Ryder. Evan's second goal of the night.
That's a nice goal there. Playing a really good game.
So with 11:31 left in the game, the senior from Fords, New Jersey, is our first multi-goal scorer of the game. Evan's first goal was nearly as impressive, though, as the second one. Maryland, puck goes right in front in the slot. It was a loose one there for Liam Eden, but Eden's shot was denied by Gawarowski.
See the Maryland bench trying to pump up the team again. Pelletier, kind of the quarterback of that charge. Always good to see your teammates lifting you up. That's something that they need. Just gave up a goal, but they ended the second period hot, started the third hot. Got to get back to where they were.
Backhand pass in neutral ice, goes into the Maryland zone. Pass right in front. McAvoy hit the ice, but no one could direct it on net for Ryder. Here's Healy with it. Healy waits, plays it off the glass forward for Eden. Eden at center ice gives it off to Beganowski. Back to Eden, a wrist shot, good pass save. Beganowski was crashing the net, couldn't direct it home. Couple of rebound chances, but again, Gawarowski stands tall between the posts, denying Beganowski on a couple of efforts, and then a pass into the high slot is intercepted. Shot from way downtown off the pads of Jones, and he'll end up just holding it for the faceoff with 10.5 left in the final period to play. 5-2 in favor of Ryder.
See Pedersen on the draw here.
Wrist shot comes in, was deflected up and over the net by Anthony Zito. Ryder will have to recollect in their own zone. A pass attempted to go around the boards, was immediately picked off by Maryland. They couldn't make anything of it, though, as it goes back out to center ice, and Tomaszewski will have to reset the Terrapins. Just a D-to-D pass to Airy. Airy swinging it around, back to Tomaszewski. Tomaszewski pass forward to Landon Nguyen. Haven't called his name much tonight as a backhanded pass towards the slot. Nothing there for Peterson. And this one goes down to the other end of the ice, but that's icing on the Bronx with 9:50 left in the final period of play.
See the Depoy hop back out there. Looks like we're going to get McAvoy on defense, and McNamara. Mac is back together.
Face off. Won by the Bronx. But Maryland was quick down there on the forecheck with Drake getting involved, trying to win the puck back for the Terps. Wanner trying to get it. He can't get it either as it drifts back out for Rauch. Rauch couldn't control it at center ice for Ryder. It ends up back in their own zone. But Maryland was offside, so there was the opportunity for the change here as this puck is dumped into the right corner by Padula. Padula trying to win it back. He can't. Wanner going forward. He tried to run through a defender, but he ended up hitting the ice. Again, loose in the neutral zone. This time it's McNamara that has it. Into the left corner for McNamara. He tried to get a backhanded pass around the boards. That one was stuffed, though. Now Coyne with a pass forward. That one intercepted again by Healy, who's been all over the ice tonight. But Tucker Healy couldn't settle that one down at the left corner. DJ Suture had it for a moment, then lost it. Crossed the ice to Healy. Healy in all kinds of space, but he didn't have enough momentum going forward to turn that into a big scoring chance, and it ended up getting knocked off his stick by TJ Evan. Here's Eden with it. Eden lost it immediately as he went forward. Never really had good control of the puck. On the other way, Wawrzinski laid it back for a wrist shot. That one was saved, and then the second opportunity came in from Suture, and that was blocked. In the right corner. Now behind the net for Tomaszewski. Tomaszewski got held there a little bit as he went around the corner, and he ended up losing control of the puck as it goes back to the neutral zone. Coyne. Pass forward for Suture. Suture loses it to Healy. He's just pretty much playing offense and defense tonight as he was getting back for support. Now here's Tomaszewski the other way, try to pass into the slot for Healy. Ended up getting near Eden's stick, but he couldn't get a shot off either. Piper Holman plays it off the boards back for Eden. Could get an opportunity to catch Eden into some space as Ryder went to change. He ends up behind the net. Backhanded pass was deflected there by Wawrzinski. Pass goes off the boards for Holman. Holman, a loopy one into the right corner. This one being kicked around. Goes around the boards, this time for Joey Cole. Cole pass forward to Schneider. Schneider a wrist shot, that was blocked immediately by Aries. He held some good ground there. 7 minutes left in the final period of play. Terps need to get the goals going quickly now as they trail by 3. Drifting in Cole again right to the post there. Tried to immediately jam that one in on Jones, but he was able to have his angles covered there.
Long play there with no stoppages. And they'll get some more fresh legs out. They were able to make a few changes, but both teams will reset.
Face-off goes to Maryland, but their clear attempt wasn't convincing as the wrist shot comes in quickly. That one patted aside, though, by Jones on Padula's effort. And then a chance at the doorstep goes up and over the net.
I think Jones is having a tough time with those screens tonight.
Drake tried to knife his way up ice, but he was stopped in his tracks by Ryder, but his Ryder's clear was intercepted this time by Tyler McAvoy. McAvoy at center ice has his pocket picked by Lee. Now Lee an opportunity left dot. Wrist shot comes in. That one right off the pad of Jones, and the jam-in attempt there is killed by the whistle. But I think we've talked about it, even though the scoreline looks at 5-2 in Maryland, it has definitely a big obstacle to climb if they want to get back into this game. There's definitely a lot of positives, I think, for Joe Carter to take away from this game. Maryland was really sluggish in the first half hour. They've been much better ever since that timeout when it was 4-0. And the speed that they've played at can keep up with some of the best teams that they play in this mock conference.
Absolutely. I think we saw that. That one goes off the post.
Yeah, another deflection goes off the post. The rebound chance. Now there's a gaggle of bodies at the far post there. The referees wanted him to try and dig it out. He gave him a couple opportunities, but nothing forthcoming. And with 5:55 left, we get another stoppage. But not before that, we're going to get some extracurriculars behind the Terps net.
Blake Wanner in the thick of it. 6'5" freshman, big kid. He's not afraid to toss it.
Face-off will go to the right of Jones. Won by Wanner. Wanner tried to bring it in, and he just went straight down the ice on a hit by Wawrzinski, and it looks like Wawrzinski's going to have to go to the box for interference.
Yeah, it's going to be an interference call. Very clear. Just took down Wanner. Went down to the ice hard. That was an obvious call there by the official.
So Maryland gets an opportunity here for a power play. Actually have not been a lot of these in the game as a whole. It's been a pretty clean game both ways. Either that or the officials are letting stuff go. Tough always to see. But it seems to be like more of this has been a really clean game with both teams on their game. But Riders just had the better scoring chances as Healy has the puck now.
Pretty nice thing to say in a Maryland point of view, because they've had their issues throughout the season staying out of the box.
Puck drifts back out to neutral ice here as McAvoy couldn't hold it in for the Terps. It goes down to the other end. Eden will have to collect it back there with 5:15 left in the final period. 1.5 minutes left on the power play. His pass forward was nearly intercepted. Healy got it right back, though. He has it at right dot. He'll have to turn his back, though, to the net and head back to center ice. Now he hits the ice, but Maryland's still holding possession. Bieganowski. He tried to knife up ice. One of the Bronx lost a stick as it goes back into the Maryland zone. McAvoy going back to get it for the Terps with 4:45 left in this third period. 1 minute left on the power play for the Terps. Eden plays it off the boards, trying to get it up for Steinberg. Getting some time on this power play unit. Eden chasing it down, goes back for Steinberg. Now McAvoy. Wrist shot from Tomaszewski. That one off the pad there of Gilorowski.
See Steinberg on this unit getting some power play time.
35 seconds left on the power play, but this is intercepted. Here's a shorthanded chance the other way for Evan, looking for his hat trick, and it goes off the shoulder of Jones. That's a great save. They try to pass it over to McAvoy. McAvoy wanted a change, and I think Maryland's going to get hit with 6 men on the ice.
That's an unfortunate break. McAvoy heading straight to the bench, and the pass cross ice wasn't looking right off his skate, but that's enough for too many men.
So that means they're going to have to send Steinberg to the box, and it'll be a 4-on-4 for 21 seconds.
Really unfortunate play.
It wasn't McAvoy's fault. They were trying to get back for a change, but the pass ended up going off his stick, and that's going to get you caught with too many men because he reacted to try and get to the puck when he should have went straight off as a shot comes in here. And another save made by Jones, who has been peppered with shots in this game, but he's, again, managed to do a fine enough job for Maryland, kept him in the game. And Maryland has two really strong goaltenders, I think, and it makes it a lot easier on Joe Carter when he has two goaltenders that he can really put his confidence in Jones and Pelletier. Bad turnover here. There's a cross-ice pass, but that was a tap-in goal there for Ryder, the easiest goal of the season, as they make it 6-2. That one will actually come on the power play as the 4-on-4 had elapsed just moments earlier. Goal there by Joey Cole. His first of the night.
Certainly put that one on a platter, right? Pass was right on the tape of his stick. Just had to tap it right in. And we got a 6-2 game here with under 4 minutes to go.
We go back to center ice for this face-off. Now a 6-2 scoreline, as Matt mentioned. Now 3:46 left in this game. Maryland flirted with a comeback in this one at 4-0. They scored 2 unanswered to make it 4-2 going into the second intermission. But Ryder has the goals in the third period. They have 2 of them now, and now are back comfortably where they started with a 4-goal cushion as this goes into the netting with 3:38 left. Maryland's next game comes tomorrow night at the Laurel Ice Gardens, their other home for this season. They'll take on the University of Delaware Blue Hens, the Hens, beat Maryland 6-0 in the opening game of the season. As we have a situation here at the near boards, and now we're going to get a really big scrum as Justin Rauch with a big hit there on Healy well after the play into the boards, and now that was unnecessary. You understand the frustration with trying to poke these pucks in. You know, it's never good for the defenders. They try to keep the sticks out of the glove as much as possible, but the hit there on Healy, I think, was a little bit extra.
That's exactly
right.
That's
That's going to be the night for Justin Rauch. He'll head to the locker room with the game. Misconduct.
Yeah, you just can't be doing that. The biggest scrum of the game ensues. Not a very smart play there. So we'll get some 5-on-4 here.
Not sure. The question is, will it be a 2? Will it be a 5?
See one of the referees at the scorer's table. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute.
Going over what this call will end up being. Yeah, you can see an argument for either. And they're going to go ahead 5-minute major. And so Maryland will finish this game on the power play. Penalty, I can only imagine, for 5 minutes for roughing.
I think Healy took that pretty well, too. Just got right back up. And
yeah, I mean, I think Maryland as a whole took it well. It didn't turn into the massive brawl that it could have. The guy gets hit that late after the whistle. I mean, there was a little scrum and a dust-up, obviously, but in the end, Rauch heads to the locker room. He actually quickly got his jersey off, and he's already watching the game from right there by the boards.
We saw them handle it pretty well last game, that Muirhead hit. Very late hit. Muirhead didn't even have the puck. Glad to see that he is here tonight, wearing a neck brace. Glad to see that he is recovering well.
A quick wrist shot comes in there from Liam Eden. He was denied by Gilorowski. Goes back out to the blue line. A wrist shot this time by McAvoy. And that one saved up high by Gilorowski and cleared out to center ice. So McAvoy will go here near boards to Liam Eden, across the ice to Tucker Healy, who knifes up ice. He splits 2 defenders and still comes up with the puck in the right corner. He had it taken off of his stick, though. The clear attempt goes around the boards. Eden tried to hold it in. He couldn't quite do it. And it ends up getting cleared to the other end. 2:55 left in the final period of play. It's 6-2 Rider. The man advantage time is irrelevant because it'll last the rest of the game. Eden has it poked off his stick as he entered the left circle. Here's another clear attempt for Rider. They'll do it through the air this time. Goes down to the other end. Jones out of his crease to hold it there for McAvoy. And McAvoy will head forward, going to Healy. Healy back to McAvoy. Now up to Eden. Eden, you can see him go from 0 to 100 really quickly there. Cross ice pass from Healy. A denial in front by Gilorowski. It looked like it was Tomaszewski on the shot. He was denied the other way. Shorthanded chance. Wrist shot wide. Maryland trying to come up with the loose puck. They do with McMenamin. He brings it into the offensive zone. Right dot. Tried to lay it back for Tomaszewski. And then a wrist shot dribbles wide from Chase Wilson.
Nice penalty kill so far. Getting the puck into the neutral zone. This Rider team doing a good job.
This one off the boards. Maryland trying to control in the neutral zone. Airy dumps it in for McMenamin and Wilson to chase after it, but another good clear as the airmail special seems to be working here for Rider on these clears. Minute and 15 seconds left, final period to play. 6-2 Rider. Airy tried to get a pass off to Steinberg, goes back out to neutral ice. Maryland will have to get back and recollect themselves, the offsides, but either way, Rider was able to clear it all the way down to the other end. We have a bad collision there as McMenamin went flying in. Now a bad turnover and a shorthanded chance for Rider never really materializes.
these last few minutes have looked pretty miserable for this team.
Even with the 5-on-4, Maryland has not had a lot of organization on this power play. Here's Bieganowski going to try and do something as he slides into the high slot, a wrist shot. Gilorowski with the save, rebound chance, and another save there. And the referee's going to quickly come in to break up this. So we'll call a cordial conversation between one of the Bronx and one of the Terps in front of the net.
What you can say is that clearly this night will not work out in the Terps' favor, but you got a game tomorrow night. And we've seen that a few times this year, the back-to-backs. You got to keep your head up. And you're playing a good Delaware team. Rider's really good. Delaware is also good. We're in a stretch of tough competition. So you got to be ready to go tomorrow. I'm sure they'll have a good game plan. They'll be ready to go. It's a home game. They played at the Gardens House already this year. So you just got to get ready for tomorrow. Move on from tonight. Seems like kind of a cliche phrase, but you got to put it past you.
Down to 5 seconds. Another chance here for Eden. He went into the center to a Healy who was down on the ice. That was Bieganowski. But either way, the final horn's going to go here with the final score being 6-2 in favor of the Rider Bronx. The Bronx win it. They are now 11-0 on the season as they continue this tear to start the season. And Maryland will now drop to 2-4. And they'll look to rebound tomorrow night against Delaware. Goals for Maryland from Tucker Healy, his third of the year, and Patrick Bieganowski. While Rider had a whole host get involved. Cole Schneider with a goal, TJ Evan with a pair of goals. And Dominic Cercia with probably one of the best goals we've seen all season on that breakaway backhander. So it was a flurry of chances for Rider. They played the game that they knew that they had to here at the Fort DuPont Ice Arena, and they come away with the win.
Yeah, and if you're the team in black, again, you can't let your head dip down. You got a big game tomorrow night. Try and get a win. Get revenge. They lost 7-0 to Delaware earlier in the year. You want to get your vengeance tour.
So we thank you again for tuning in here on the Maryland Hockey Network. We appreciate, again, your patience with us tonight that we had to do tonight's broadcast in 3 parts as we had some internet issues, but we appreciate you being patient with us, and we hope to resolve these issues in the future because we do have a couple more games here at the Fort DuPont Ice Arena on the back end of this season as Maryland will be splitting time here at Fort DuPont and at Laurel Ice Gardens. They're at the Gardens tomorrow night playing the University of Delaware. We'll be there for Maryland Hockey Network puck drop, and that one is scheduled for 9 p.m. But that'll do it for us here from Fort DuPont Ice Center. I'm Mark McClure. I've been joined by Matt Fusillo for our whole team here at the Maryland Hockey Network. We appreciate your support of Terps hockey. Final score from Washington, D.C. The Rider Bronx 6, University of Maryland Terrapins 2.